just fooling around with a few words. I was going over the same formation as these whatever you want to call them, plugins, okay? And I come in with this formation, 3, 5, 7. As we add 7 to 5 is 12, and 7 to 5 is 12. Now follow how the magic works, okay? I don't want to lose you or mix you up. And it is kind of magic because you seem to lose the formation the further you go. As long as you follow the simple steps of the equation, the reality will always remain the same. So that at the end, whatever the story is, we will switch 84 for Pluto, 5 for the running of the sun. Okay, but there's more than one sun. The sun that shines on you is the sun that is shining, and the sun that shines itself is each one and one. I shine, you receive. That is two parts of the sun. It comes from one area, goes to another area, using up one portion of the 360 all the way around. Okay, 360, 8 by 8. Remember, the size of an opening inside the totality of your 8 reduces either opening size of angles. I open up this much, I'm opening a quarter. If I open a quarter on one end, I must come from a part and in the center of the complete opposite end. Therefore, I can no longer do at the opposite end as what I do on this end. If on this end I open up here, on the other end I must have light coming from here and a light hole over here, because the light hole in the center is going forward. So the light passage opening will go backward. You ever notice you turn on a light and it seems to come back at you and shine out to the sides? Because the light might be pointing forward, but that light goes the way it goes. Okay, turn on that light, leave it go, and the light will just open up. So you're using a percentage of that. So what we're going to get down to is the answer. 7, 5, and 7 is 17 in the center. Okay, 7, 5 is 12, 7, 5 is 12, 12 and 12 is 24. Okay, that's a situation. You're adding up the two sides, and you add up the 17, 17 and 12 to the left, because you tied it up, so you use the number. 17 and 12, 29, and therefore the other side. Now that you have 12 over here, and 8 brings you to 20, you now have 17, you now have 12 and 20. Here's the concussion to the end of the video that this took me about another half an hour to get into. So this is what it is. It can either be said as 35753 or 357753. If you do this, you have to crisscross connect and then to reduce. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. Now it'll be 35553. That's when two realities come together. Now 1 is now shared. The 7th gate here would create 7. Here is the 6. There's no separation. Now it gets reduced really simple. 3 and 5 is 8, 5 and 7 is 12. 5, 7, 5 in the center is 17. 5 and 3 is 8, 7 and 5 is 12. 3, 8, 3. 1 and 2 is 3. 8 and 3 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2, becomes 2, 8, 2. Creation of the church runs inside the moon. This is what it tells me, whether you understand or not. We're not getting to that yet. This one over here is only telling me when I'm allowed to stop before I have repetition. And here's where I have repetition. Okay, so it's going to be 5 and 3 is 12, 5 and 3 is 8, 3 and 5 is 8, 5 and 7 is 12. That is one repetition. Now, I must box in my repetition. So now you have to keep on going. 5 and 7 is 12. 5 and 7 is 12. Boom, boom. 5 and 3 is 8. 5 and 3 is 8. 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3. That's what I'm doing all the way to the end. So let me just check one. So we're going to continue on. Okay, there was no mistake. So what happens now, okay, from this is 12, 8, 8, 12, 12. Okay, this is the first one. 12, 8, 8, 12. This is the second one. Now this is going to be 12. 8, 8, 12 would be the third one, which means I boxed the center one in. I did not complete the third one. I'm just going to reduce it down to its real value, okay? After that, okay, what I'm going to do is 7, 5, and 5, 7, and 3 together make 15. This will link the bridge. You have to duplicate what it is to hold it. Then you'll have 3, 5, 3 will be the bridge. Then you'll have everyone in between. 5, 3, 7. Okay, will be the bridge at 15. Then you'll have 5, 7, 5 at 17. And now you have a 17 here and a 17 here with the repeat on the inside. What's running everything is 15 and 13. M and O, runners. M and O, part of the moon. Okay, now what you're seeing over here is at the beginning we get a 2. Each one in between we get a 2, and then every other one in the center will hold. The 5 will hold the left and the right. The 3 will hold the left and the right. The 5 will hold the... And levels, holding them down like marionette, like puppets. That's how we get all these numbers, and it has to happen that way because I can do the design, okay? And I probably have the design somewhere in front of me in one of these pages. They seem to be all over the place. Whatever it is, once you repeat, they have to be on different levels, hanging themselves down, or you're just drawing over yourself. So what we have over here now is 1 and 5 is 6. 1 and 3 is 4. So now we're getting the small formation. 6, 4, 6, 8, 6, 4, 6, 8, 6, 4. And now we're going to find the formation of this one. 6 and 4 is trapped in between 6 and 8 and 6 and 8. And between 6 and 4, here's 6 and 8, here's 6 and 4 at each end. And I'll have to add on one more to end up with the full cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of these. Every one is 3. Every one is 3. That means we need 4 games in a row this way by 3 is 12 in order to make this work. Or it's going to be 15 if we want to make it perfect again. That means we need 5 of these. Imagine if we had 1, 2, 3, okay, over here, and 1, 2, 3 over here, the middle one would be the 7th one. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then blank, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just put in this one will be the 5th one, okay, from the bottom, and the 5th one from the top. But in reality, the center one will be 4, 4 to 1, which will be the 9th block to set in. So if we have 9 blocks, don't count this block, because this block in the center counts for 4, 4, and 4 this way, 4, 4, and 4 this way. This middle block, once you block this around it properly, in 9, you need 4 above and 4 below. That it owns. It owns a total of 9. 9 blocks. We're gonna do this value of 6. Okay, we're just gonna take 6 sides. Okay, it owns 6 sides, and it has 4 and 4 extra blocks. It's 24 and 24 plus itself of 6. So it gets 48, 24 and 24. Okay, it's 48 plus 6 is 54, the number to the sun. Then this way, 48, 54, and 48 and 48 is 96, plus 6 is 104, 10-4 communication. All the numbers fit so perfectly in every formation of a calculation. Then we bring down these numbers, and we get 10, 14, 14, 10. Now, if we want to reduce this, it'll say 1, 5, 5, 1, 5, 5, 1, 33 by 47, the birth of the Christ, a runner of the moon. Then it'll go 24, 28, 24, 28, 20. 24, 28, 24, inside the day of the moon. You remember there's a rim for the moon day, and then there's a rim for the sun day, okay? Remember all the words that I'm talking about, Sunday, the day of the sun, Vendredi, Venus, okay? It also means for sale. Then we get down here is 24 and 28 is 52 keys on the piano, 24 is the center C, 28 is next to center C. These are CD or DC, reminding yourself of number 43. Then we bring it down to 52, 52, earth and earth, 7 and 7. The number 6 equals 52. Then we have space, 44, 44. Then we have 52, 52. 104, 10-4 communication to 88, the 10-4 communication. 10, 200 because my 100 and your 100 have to collide together. I met you, you met me, I had my 100 codes, you met your 100 codes. I didn't understand you one bit, you didn't understand me one bit. I still don't believe half of what you say, and all the codes are coded. So we got 200. Now we have an interpreter that interprets in a different way than the other two do. So that one interpreter for 2 is actually 2, and himself is 3. As the decider for the other 2, that makes 5. And only 2 people showed up for the conversation, the other one just to help. So this is how we get the denotation for this. And then we end up with 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. We end up with 5, 7, 5. Gen. G-E-N. The gene. G and E, the one letter. Number 12. The letter G for the gateway. Because it's in the E family, it's 7 and 5. When we come up to the last formation over here, what's going to happen, okay, is I'm going to count again these in-betweens. Okay? I'm going to count these in-betweens over here. That's all I did over here. Is the in-betweens, right? The 3 numbers, 3, 5, 7, 15, 5, 3, 5. Now I'm going to go and do this one over here. I would end up at 20 and 16, then 20 and 24, and then 20 and then 16. 20, 16, 20, 24. We're going to do this together because I skipped this one, so we're going to raise it up. We're going to end up with 20, and then 16, and then 20 for these two, and then 24, and then 20, okay, and then 16, and then 20, and then 24, and then 20, and then 16. Now we're going to find the middle of this, okay? We just want to find a simple middle where 4 numbers or 3 numbers repeat. So if you see at the end it says 2016, and you see at the beginning it's 2016, that's this year, okay? So we're going to just do it one more time. We're going to go these two, 36 and 36 and 44 and 44 and 36 and 36 and 44 and 44. Creation of 6 in the heavens, 88, 72, 72, 88, 80, 72, 80, 88. 80 is your communication between 72 and 88. That's your 16 difference communication. So you have 88, then you have 80, then you have 72, and then you have 80, then you have 72. So you end up with 152. 152 at the end. 512 memory. 152 spirit is 76. But we're going to bring it down here in the day of the half-life. 20 is this. This is your 20. It took 4 areas. We connected 4 areas. That's why your 9 is right over here. Because your 9 owns 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 in the center is 9. That's your 9. It's too high. It's A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D here. This is 2 high here, 2 high here, and 1 high here. 2, 1, 2. That's a total of 5. Okay? 2, 1, 2. Over here you have 2. Okay? But this is 2 by 1 because it's only 2 by 1. This is, if it was 2 by 1, 2 by 1, 2 by 1, 2 by 1. So if this is 2 by 1, you'd have 1 wide, 1 wide, 1 wide, and 1 wide. That'd be 3 wide, but you'd have 5 high. It wouldn't work. This has to be 2 by 2, and this has to be 2 by 2 in order to get the proper formation. So 2 by 2 high is you have 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 2, 3, 4, 5. So you automatically have to have 5 by 5 just by the formation of balance of understanding, giving you over here 8 and 1 is 9 total over here, 9 areas. And here you have 4, 8, 12, and here you have 16 areas. The letter is P and the letter is I. It's all formation, my friends. But the area that's missing that you don't see is this one here, because it's like this. It's standing up and it's spinning in between all these other areas, or it's turning these other areas, right? These are separators. This can turn in between without anything moving. But at the same time, this one can have arms in it, okay? Turning internally these different directions, right? Watches and transmissions. So at the end of this totality, what I want to talk about, the seventh gateway, is on the telephone, the number 7 is set up PQRS. Yeah, sorry about that, I heard some noise. The seventh gate is set up PQRS. The total PQRS is 70. But I'm only putting this down, 7, 9, and 10. Total is 630, or the total is 63 creation. 9 and 7 is 16, and 1 is 17. So it's 17 or 16. And wouldn't you believe it, the letters are Q and Z, and on the what's it called, at the bank machines, right? All the bank machines, they move this, which is on number 9, and this on number 7, to the 1. Number 1 has Q and Z on it. You add these together, 34, 53. This is the ace, C and E. The number 117 is removed. Remove 17 from 53, and you have 36 creation. First, you have creation of Earth, 5 and 3, right? 5 is 1/4. 5 is 1/4 of 20 of 4 parts, because if we started like this, you add only 1 part. You hold it on here, and you hold it up here. 1 world is being led by 3. It's automatic that way. You know what I'm saying? We're a whole world in our own. We only need 1/4. The world works 3/4. And if they don't have you, there is no life, there is no creation. 3/4 of the world is already here, and it's all in your head. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Could you understand where I was going with this equation? Thank you for watching this video. 5775. 7 and 3 is 10. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 minus 5 is 4. 3 worlds. The 1 world noted as the 10. Okay. The 5 world noted as the 14 if you want to look. 7 and 7 is 14. So when you split the 7th gate, you get into the 5 world. 313 separation.